Hello guys, today we are going to do a vintage 18 years old PSP retro review guys. I just saw one PSP at my home, beautiful PSP collection, PSP 3000 model. This has got TV out and also brighter display guys. So let's see what I have. I have a PlayStation Portable PSP 3000, pretty good condition. Battery is also available. I have 3 UMD disc, some basic games, Sega Mega Drive games along with few of their games, and it has got a working UMD drive guys. And Sony PlayStation has got memory stick. So memory sticks are very costly, so you can buy adapter which can accept SD card, a normal micro SD card. As you can see here, there is the adapter which is available. Links are available in the description. So let's explore. I also have the charger and the battery. So this is the aftermarket charger AC adapter, and this is our PSP, the beautiful PSP. Though it is almost 18-19 years old, the condition is still good guys. It has got analog joystick, direction buttons, and also beautifully glossy finish. So let's explore the PSP. On top you can see the USB, mini USB socket by which you can charge also. So PSP 3000 model supports USB charging, not only AC adapter but also USB charging, along with display TV out, brighter contrast display also. Battery backup is also good guys. This much old battery I am getting around 4 to 5 hours on extreme gameplay. So let's see the interface. We need to mod this particular PSP because we need to first update to the 6.61 firmware, then we'll install the modded firmware, then we'll make it permanent so that you can run any games from the ISO also. So you can download the ROMs and put it in the memory stick and you can run the games. Here's the aftermarket AC adapter, functioning pretty fine. It has got a cable which connects to the DC input. So once I connect that, I'm able to switch on. Battery is also available, but still I just want to make sure AC adapter is also working fine. On top you have the USB mini, as I mentioned you earlier. So this has come with a basic firmware, like default firmware. We need to update the firmware. I'll give you all the details how to update the firmware. So let's start the PlayStation Portable 3000 model. As you can see, colors are pretty great, and you can see the earlier model colors were a little bit normal. This supports vivid mode, so colors are bright. And here you can enable USB charging. As you can see on the screen, I can charge my PlayStation using USB, mini USB, the old mini USB cable to USB A cable. You can use that and charge your PlayStation. And condition also good guys. So let's have the Wi-Fi switch. Wi-Fi is also available here, 802.11b model. And then let's explore the other features of the PlayStation 3000. At that point of time, this is a great product guys. I'm talking about 18 years back, right? So at that time, this is a great product. 4:3 LCD screen TFT, because 3000 model supports wide vivid color setup. So colors are more brighter and vivid in nature. As you can see here, colors it supports normal and vivid. So that's the color difference. And then now let's explore the UMD. I also have some UMD disc. Let us see whether it can play the UMD disc from the UMD drive. UMD stands for Universal Media Disc. Those days it was very costly. Now no need to buy UMD. You can do a modded firmware, run the ISO files directly from the memory stick or the SD card, so that you can play n number of games. Because right now this model is no longer in production, and new games are also not in production. Old games, I have about 30 games, very beautiful vintage games guys, right from God of War. So let's see, the UMD is now reading. This is Sega Mega Drive UMD that we have inserted. So this takes some time before it can load up. As you can see, the screen has started. Digital Eclipse Sega. Here you can run the Sonic games from Sega. These are all retro games guys. Now it is running from UMD directly. Universal Media Disc that we have inserted in the PSP. As you can see, Sonic, multiple games are available. So now we cannot see the UMD anymore in the market. So better to do a modding of the firmware. So for that to start, we need to download the default official firmware. As you can see, the UMD is playing fine. It is a multiplayer model, I think. I can see 2 windows. Graphics are very good. Vivid colors because of PSP 3000 model. Good guys. Just imagine 333 megahertz, 333 megahertz processor. Wow, just amazing. Sound is also great. So now let's go to the firmware upgrade. So first we need to install the PSP system software to 6.61. That is the default official firmware that we need to install first. So you can see, you can download that, and you need to change the file name as per the instruction given in the website. So once you change the file name, you need to install that. So as you can see, boot file name is mentioned. Once you do that, it will be displayed on your menu. Then you can update from the memory stick directly. You need to put in that particular folder. As you can see, screenshots are available very clearly explaining the process of installing the default firmware 6.61. Wonderful guys. So that's how you update the firmware. So once after doing that, we need to also download the modded firmware 6.61 modded firmware, which allows you to run the games from ISO. So once the default firmware is installed, you download this fourth file 6.61 to match the default firmware. Download it, and once you download, copy all the game contents into your memory stick or the SD card. So as you can see, I am extracting the zip file. Here you can see I'm expanding this particular folder. You need to copy all these files to the game folder into the SD card, and then run from there on the PSP. Insert the SD card, and then you can install the modded firmware to allow games running from ISO directly. So multiple games are available guys. There are multiple websites where you can download the games, or you can also have UMD, save the UMD, export the UMD to ROM file. So once you download that, you need to install it. I'll show you how to install that. So this explains the additional features. It also supports themes, XMB themes, and as well as running the games from the ISO. And you can also underclock, overclock the CPU, but I will not recommend doing overclocking because it will heat up the CPU in the PSP. So that's how you insert the memory card guys. Then you will see the first icon that you will be installing. It opens up a command prompt. Just press X on the right side. Once you press X, it will install it. Nothing to be done. After doing that, it will reboot automatically. Just press X, okay? And this will install the modded firmware. But again, when you reboot the PSP, the mod will again default to normal firmware. So you need to make the changes permanent so that you can run the ISO files as and when required from the memory stick. So how do we do that? So I'll show you that explanation coming soon. So once it is installed, now it is so guys, once the reboot is done, you need to open this website Infinity. This is the permanent mod firmware. This will make the firmware permanent so that after rebooting also, you can continue running the ISO file games from the memory stick itself, from the SD card itself. So there is a change log. It supports multiple PSP versions. So this is the permanent custom firmware. You need to download that as per your PSP version 3000 for 6.61. Once you download that, install it, and then you select the first top one out of two. Then you right click, it will install, and it reboots the PSP automatically. This will ensure after rebooting also your firmware will be modded one where you can run from the ISO any games directly. That's very easy guys. So 6.61 modded firmware is what we are using now. Okay. So let me show you my collection. You need to copy all these ISO files into the ISO folder on the root SD card. As you can see, I have multiple games, 30 games I have installed. Some of the games I will show you, a game through, a walkthrough, and these are all very famous games guys, right from Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty. I have taken WW, Need for Speed, Most Wanted, Undercover, God of War 2 parts, also multiple games. As you can see, these are beautiful graphics. Given the time of the day, 18 years back, these graphics were amazing. People used to enjoy this retro gaming. And moreover, this PSP 3000 version supports TV out. Definitely, you can happily install it. This is Inferno. So many games, Gran Turismo and Inferno, Need for Speed Underground. Wow, what a wonderful collection, guys. Ghost Rider, Tomb Raider, MotoGP, Pirates of Caribbean. You name it, you have it. So nowadays, the gaming games are not getting released for PSP, but in those days, until 2010, these games were available. So you get ROMs from the website, install it from the ISO directly, and you can run it. I personally like Gods of War, Pirates of Caribbean, and Grand Theft Auto. Amazing. Call of Duty is also amazing, guys. So many games are available. And Prince of Persia, the most famous one, that is also available. So once you install it, I would say 64GB card is more than enough. It has taken about 20GB of the overall storage. Remaining storage, you can use it for data save points to save the game in progress. And as you can see, system settings, here you can see the modded firmware it is mentioned. Infinity symbol is there at the end. That means it's a custom modded firmware available right now on your device. Even when you reboot also, the ISO files can be used to play the games. Amazing, isn't it? So now let's go to memory stick. I'm scrolling the games quickly. Let's see what game to play. So by the way, these all games can be saved on the memory stick, and the progress is also saved, guys. So many games are available. I would suggest start with beautiful games like Call of Duty. You have multiple games. So let's start Call of Duty. Let's see how long will it take to read from the memory stick ISO format. So Call of Duty has started now. Wonderful, guys, just amazing. The quality is also amazing. Vivid colors for PSP 3000 model, just amazing. So it takes some time, takes a while to start the game. Overall, I really like it. So now Call of Duty has started. Wow, Activision, amazing, guys. Enjoy the walkthrough now. So guys, there are three types of battery: 1200 milliamps, 1800 milliamps, and 2400 milliamps. I am using 1200 milliamps. As you can see, the hours left battery details also. Not very accurate, but let's see. For a few days we'll play and we'll figure out whether the battery is performing fine or not. And by the way, as you can see, PlayStation Network, this is not accessible because PlayStation PSP is no longer in picture. So, and the volume buttons are also working fine on this device. All the buttons are working fine. Display brightness can be adjusted as per your liking. And I mainly consider PSP for retro gaming to play from the ISO directly. So overall, I really like it, guys. 18 years old retro device, just amazing. If you can find on eBay or on Quicker or OLX, go for it. You can enjoy these retro games like anything. And moreover, this 3000 model also supports TV out. If you can get a cable from eBay, I can connect this PSP to the external cable. That is also a good feature, isn't it? So now let's explore some other games here. Let's say God of War. God of War is very famous, right? So memory stick, you can see. It gives you all details about the free space, how much memory is there, and so on. So let's play God of War. So this is also downloaded in ISO format. I copied it into the ISO main folder. So let's play that. So I have two versions, Spartan. I think Olympus is one of the game here. So let's play it, guys. So let's enjoy this beautiful God of War quick game walkthrough.
Now, his only respite, his only relief from the sins of his past was found in and on this day, Kratos had been called upon by the gods to confront an unthinkable evil unleashed on the city of Attica by the invading Persian army.
So let us explore another game, Ghost Rider. This is also a very famous game I've installed in my ISO. Overall, I'm very satisfied with the type of game titles that we can get from the ISO format. After installing the custom firmware, the modded firmware, I can play all these games from ISO directly. So PSP 3000 is the most recent model for this form factor. After that, Sony has released PSP Vita and PSP Street also. But PSP 3000 is one of the last model belonging to this form factor. So PSP 1000 is heavyweight actually. The weight of the console is heavy. PSP 2000 is changed. PSP 3000 is more advanced with a brighter display. So enjoy this game walkthrough, guys. Amazing Ghost Rider. Thanks for watching Himalayan Chronicles. We'll explore this device more. I'll keep you posted.